Hello, I'm Dr. Kenneth Goldberg, and I'm the author of The Homework Trap: How to Save the Sanity of Parents, Students, and Teachers. Yesterday, Deepak Chopra and his son and daughter were interviewed by Joe on the Morning Joe show. It was an interesting interview, and I should mention that Deepak Chopra is a favorite of mine. A number of years ago, someone gave me a set of tapes, an extensive set of tapes of his thoughts and philosophies, and I found it very interesting. And to this day, I refer back to it at times in ordinary daily life. Uh, in the interview, the Chopra family was talking about a website they set up to try to make meditation available on a worldwide basis through the internet. And in the course of the discussing this website, Joe asked Deepak how one manages the various parts of life. And it comes at the 5 minute spot of the interview. And what Deepak said is essentially that he parcels his life into different containers. So there's a container for meditation, and there's a container for relationships, and there's a container for work, so that he is able to live this meditative and peaceful life by keeping everything in its place. I find this extremely relevant to the concepts of the homework trap, because what I essentially say when I talk about homework trap children in particular, which is the people for whom, the parents of those children, are the people for whom I have designed this book. I've geared the book. But it's actually a concept that I think could be accepted educationally and for children as a whole. And the central concept from the homework trap is that homework should be time bound. One of the problems that stresses out children, parents, and leads to that is counterproductive for children when it comes to homework is that there are no boundaries. I've made the point often that the school day is bound by the clock. The child goes 9 to 3. Adults who work for other people are often paid to work by the clock. Even if they may work at a slightly varied pace, they still check in and check out at a certain time. People that are professionals who may not really have clock-bound work, people like myself, are generally more productive when we put things in containers and we impose in containers on ourselves, and we decide this is when I'm going to do my work, and this is when I'm going to do have leisure time, this is when I'm going to relate to my family, this is when I'm going to sleep. We're more productive if we keep things in containers. Yet for some reason, children are required to do their assignments at night without containers. The 10-minute assignment that the child gets may take 10 minutes for that child, may take 20, may take 30, may take 40, may not even take any time at home at all, because that child may be very proficient and is getting all the work done in school and has nothing left to take home. But by giving children assignments based on an estimate of time, but an expectation that it all gets done, we are actually operating against this very fundamental principle of productive and peaceful living that Deepak talks about in this interview with Morning Joe, and which children need. And it's so interesting to think that children who are at an age where we're trying to train them are being expected to do this. It's also interesting to think that many parents and certainly teachers, I see websites, I see articles where people talk about how to get your child to do the work. And they talk about turn off the distractions, turn off the internet, turn off the cell phones. And these are good points. But what's interesting is they don't talk about turn off the homework. They don't think about the idea that maybe if you turned off the homework at a fixed time, that child might actually learn that you can delay access to the technologies, access to the friends, access to the emails and the text messages, that child can actually delay it because the child knows the homework will come to an end. So I fully support what the Chopras are saying in this interview, and I would like to point out clearly that it is extraordinarily relevant to the concept of what would lead to a productive homework policy. Thank you.